Hello everyone. Um, Happy day to you all wherever you're watching. I'm here to discuss projection strategy using the scrapping report for the month of September. So just to help us to identify the current position ahead of the month of September when we come back to do the review. So all we're just trying to do now is to get the projections out ahead as quickly as possible. And then by the end of the month, you'll be able to come over to review and then compare our projections with the actual performance. So let me share with you. Currently. So this report is what we call a report, which is prepared on monthly basis, as you can see. So what I usually do, I've already formatted the details and the data to give us an information. So here we have, so here you can see high and low. We have the product, we have the high and low. So we have the daily information of high and low based on information that we want to gather. So all we just know is that the price at the high is higher than the price at the low. So that is obtained. Those informations are gotten on daily basis, and they are summarized. Uh, uh, like, so this is, as you can see here, so it's formalized weekly and all dressed like that. Okay. So, but this is not actually where we're going. So where we're going is towards the extreme. So these data are just being inputted normally on daily basis as is required. And then at the extreme is our information that we want is being populated or revealed. So let me make it a bit clearer here. Good. So that it can be visible easily. So this is where the information we need. So you can see here from all the reports that is being gathered from this position, the template has been able to help to and summarize them. So how does the template summarize them? So here we have the highest of the high in red, and in the green we have the lowest of the low. That's why you have the HH and the LL. So the HH stands for high low and the LL stands for low low. And here on the right side, you have the low high and the high low. So this also is obtained from the information from a summary of the data that we inputted on the left side. So what does this give again? So here on extreme right again, for each product, we have these 7 positions: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so far in the month of September so far, so although we have a little bit of August in it, so which is the way, our data depending on the period, but that's the way we've always been preparing it. So this helps to get a better understanding and also to be able to plan ahead for the month of September fully. So far, as you can see these reports now, you can see here we have the low. So this is the lowest low at 93.2, the highest low at 93.9, the lowest high at 94.1, and the highest high at 95. Okay, so this is all obtained from the data that have been inputted in it. And here we have the average high and the average low, and here we have the current price. So as at today, the 3rd of September that I'm talking to you now, this column represents the current prices, okay? So it's based on these current prices that these actions that we see here is being decided. So for NA, it means no, not available. So what not available means that is that we should focus on our AVH and AVL. So anytime we have a non-available, then that means we should focus on this. So how do we focus on this? So the idea of this is to buy at the AVH, which is at the top. So we buy at the price at the top and we sell at the price at the bottom. Okay. So currently, like you see, our current price is 94.2. So 94.2 is in between both sides. So the market goes up, we buy, and if the market comes down, we sell. So that's what this entails. Okay. So for when you see a buy, it means the current, look at this, for example, 85, the AVH is 81.412 and the AVL is 79. So you can see that the market has been buying. Okay, so the market has gone above, according to the normal report, probably we would have bought since 81.4. So if we have bought since 81.4, by now we'll already be in profit. Okay, and let's look at where we can get 81.4 from our report. So when we look back again to the extreme, you can see that 81.4 is around this position, although it will not be the price at that point in time. Okay, so but what it means is that from this point on, probably we would have been buying upwards, up till now. So maybe that would have reduced the impact of, we would have taken benefit of the price going upwards above that period at that time if you have acted as quickly. So, but it doesn't matter, the market may still come down and then it reversed to the other side. So for now, because the market had gone up to 85, so it's likely that if the market should come down, then it's better to sell downwards from this point. Okay, and then use this point, this price, and the current highest price, which is 85.3, as our control point. So instead of these two being our control points, so our control point will now be between 85.3 and 81.4, or it can be between 85.3 and 83.1. So whichever can be serve as our control point, just to help us to follow the market and move the market forward. Okay, so that's the of this. Then let's look at another institution. Okay, like this, when we have a sell option, then it means that the current price, as you can see here, is already below these two positions. So what that does that mean is that if the market should go upwards at 1.674, we decide to buy, but if it comes downwards again, then we start selling downwards. So let's look at the last from our report that we had 1.674 for the market to have come down. So you can see here 1.674 broke the ground, 1.674. Even as at the last day, as at Monday, we still had 1.674. So if you have taken a sell at that point, as you can see here, the market will still be profitable. And let's see, we have a high of 1.681. Let's see if the average high is also in the, and now the average high is not. So the average high is 1.685. So which means it wouldn't have reached that position. So which means, as we can see here, it's just the low side that it was able to reach, because our low is 1.681 and 1.667. Okay, so it was only able to achieve our low. So what this means now is that if the market should go from the current price to hit 1.674, then what it means is that we are going to control 1.674 and also our current low at 1.667. So 1.674 becomes our new high, which is our new position for a buy, and 1.667 becomes our new low and becomes our new position for a sell. So if the market should go above 1.674, then we'll be buying. And if the market decides to come downwards again, then we start selling downwards. And also, apart from that, again, we might have this as our control point, that if the market goes above 1.681, we need to buy upwards, and if the market comes below 1.667, we sell downwards. So we can use 1.678 also as our control point, that if the market goes up 1.667. If market comes below 1.667, we sell, and the market goes above 1.678, we buy. And if you look at it, 1.678 Friday, our high was 1.681. So which means that may have activated if that price had been there since Friday. Okay, so Monday, which is going to be a very, very determinant of the market for the month of September, because this week the market is likely to push further to the direction that it wants to go. So for now, like we said, is either the market comes downwards to 1.667 downwards, or it moves upwards above 1.681, and that will be the end until the end of the month that it reaches that point. So these have now been able to identify these control positions. Okay, so the reason why I want to put this, which will be there till the end of the month when we now review it, is as you can see here, we have the current price, okay, which is 94.2. We have the AVH and the AVL. So what we are going to do at the end of the month is we are going to compare the highest and the lowest to see which side is moving. So also maybe as another control information so that I can be able to help us better. So for now, let me also show us the current highest price so that by the end of the month, we are now going to compare and see which side has been static and which side has moved from that period. Okay. So let's pause input for on. Okay, so let me put it. So that's our current low, and then let's look at our current high as well, HH, so that by the time we are coming at the end of the month to have something to compare with. Okay, so yeah, okay, good. So what we are trying to do now is by the end of the month, this is the current information that we are starting it at the beginning of the month. Okay, so at the end of the month, we are now going to compare this with the information that we have here. So by then, we'll now be able to see which side. So for now, I think for now, to make it more easier, so let me just, for the high and the low, we don't have, so we assume that, don't let us put any color. So what we just do at the end of the month or the next time we are doing our review, we'll just come over to compare probably the middle of the month. So we'll just come to compare, and any side that has changed, then we'll be able to color. So we'll see if there's any side that's still the same. Okay. For this, we have almost 18 products, almost 26 products on this list. So by the end of the month, we'll be able to come back to review them and see which side that still remains the same. So what this is going to do for us is that it will be able to let us understand that the action that would have taken, that would have been profitable to us, whether to buy or to sell. So it's either we buy or sell. That will help us, so we just want to see how this template can be able to help us to take the correct action as quickly as possible. So that's what we want to achieve with this template. So for now, as you can see, what this is going to do for us now is that currently we have the low and the high. So by the end of the month, when we come back, or in the next few days or few weeks before the end of the month, when we come back to review this position, we want to see one of these two prices remain the same. That's our plan. So we want to see one of those two prices remain the same while the other one will be changing. So it's either they remain this, one of them remain the same, or both of them will change. But even though both of them will change, one of them must change first. So our ability to identify the first one that changes, and then we follow it from that trend when the market is reversing, is one of the key factors that we want to use to help us to be able to improve our trading performance. So for now, as you can see here, the current price is 94.2, which is in between. So it's either the market goes up above 94.4 or below 93.7. So if you look at these four prices that we have here, you can see that the market is in between. So these two positions are above it, and these two positions are below it. Okay, so for these two positions below it, we sell. For these two positions above it, we buy. So at the end of the day, the market must move towards one side, and that side becomes the winner at the end of the day. So whether it's going to buy or going to sell, we know by then. The next one, as you can see, 0.645 is in between. So 0.645 is in between. These two positions are above, and these two positions are below. Okay, so we expect it to move to one side to be able to activate two of the sides. So for the next one, 85, you can see the current price is only this 85.3 is the only one above this current price. So 1, 2, 3 are all below the current price. So what does that mean? So what that means is that sooner or later the market is coming downwards, and when the market comes downwards, then it's going to, is either it moves above 85.3 more upwards, or it comes down and reverses downwards below 81.4, below 79, and below 77.5. So that we'll be able to know that by the end of the month. The next one, DAX, you can see these two prices are above it, and the other two prices as well are below it. So it's in between as well. Euro UD 1.671. So as you can see here, 1.671 is already below these three prices. So it's only above 1.667, and it's below these three prices. So it's either the market moves back upwards to 1.674, to 1.685, to 1.69, higher and higher, or the market moves downwards below 1.667. The next product, 8.857. So as we can see here, the market is in between 0.859 and 0.862, and below also is above 0.854 and 0.849. So the market is below 0.862 and 0.859, but 0.854 and 0.849. So at the end of the day, the market will surely move towards one side more than the other. And like I said also, we want to ensure at the end of the day, we expect at the end of the month when we are reviewing these positions, it's likely that one of these two prices will remain the same while the other. When we are going to compare that time, all we just need to do is compare these two prices. So you can see we have 0.849 as a low. So we use it to compare what we have here as 0.849, which is going to be the same. Or we use the high at 0.862 and use it to compare what we have at this point. So anyone that is the same with what we have here, we color it, and at the end of the month, hopefully, I think it's better by the end of the first week, we come over to review it and follow it, and then by the end of the month, we come over as well to review it and see if that trend still remains the same. So if that trend remains the same, then that means we've got the best position as quickly as possible that will give the market the best result for the month. Okay, so that's it. So you can see here as well 157.5. So 157.5 is below these three, but above 156.8. So either the market goes upwards to 159.8, or the market comes downwards to below 156.8 and moves like that. Euro USD is the market also is below these three, and the market is above 1.076. So it's either the market goes upwards or the market reverts back. Okay. FTSE is market is below 7510, but the market is above 3. So it's either the market goes above 7510 upwards or the market reverts downwards. GBP JPY, the market is above 183.8 and 183.7, 183.3 and 183.76. So here the market comes downwards or the market moves upwards above these two. Okay, GBP USD 1.259. So is there the market goes up, the market is currently above 1.255 and below these three. So is either the market goes upwards and breaks the threshold of 1.278, or the market moves downwards and break the threshold of 1.255. So our ability to quickly identify the threshold and the point will be very, very helpful in the direction of the market. So look at this for gold. So currently our gold price is 1999. So it's below 1953 and above these three. So what do we expect for the rest of the month is that the market should go, for gold market, is either it goes above 1953 or the market falls downwards and comes as low as below 1896. Also for Nasdaq, currently the market is above 15, is below 1563, but the market is above these three. So what do we expect for the rest of the month is for the market to either go above 15,635 or to come downwards to 15,324 and downwards below 14,740. Also for New Zealand USD, the market is below these two and the market is above these two. So whichever the market. So at the end of the day, what we are sure of is that one of these positions is likely to give a breakout, and then also this will also help to consider the direction of the market and help us to make the best results or to get the best result from the market. So using this, as you can see, it will now be able to, we'll be able to get the correct position as much as possible. So same thing with all other products, as we can see here. So 107 card JPY 107.7. So the market is below these two and the market is above these two. So the market is expected to go upwards above 107.95 to 108.2 or come downwards to 107 and 106.5. But at the end of the day, like I said, these two positions should give a breakaway. And in a situation whereby both prices are going to change, then one price will change before the other. So when we identify the first side that changes, then we are able to take positions in case the market reverses back to that point and then comes downwards to change the other side. So that is what we'll keep focusing on for the rest of the month. And if we focus on that throughout the month, it's going to help us to be able to take accurate and decisive positions that will make us to be profitable for the month. So this is, like I said, this is what I call the scrapping report, the 7 steps scrapping report strategy. So it helps us to quickly identify the trend of the market, and then we're able to take positions as a buy or a sell. So today is the 3rd of September, and we'll be able to identify these positions. So as the market moves over the month, in the course of the month, hopefully by the 10th of the month, we'll come back to review and be able to see what has happened in the course of the week, whether the market has moved, any of these positions are remain the same, and then we'll be able to identify the trend and then move towards the end of the month to see this of the sites that has been profitable, and then help us to identify how to be able to take the early decisions to make us to be profitable in the market. So that is the purpose of this projection. So this is our scrapping report projection, and then by the end of the week, by the end of the month, we're able to come back and then review and see the performance. So I believe you'll be able to understand these concepts that I've just been able to define to you. So by the time we come back, we'll now be able to see how best that report has been informative for us to take our actions as a buyer or a seller. I remain yours and only Oluwase Fadare. We've come to the end of this lecture season, and hopefully we'll be able to see again in other training programs, other training logic strategies that we've been able to develop. So if you want to reach me, you can send a mail to fadinvest@yahoo.ie, fadinvest@yahoo.ie. And also you can leave a comment in the comment section. You can always share as well to your loved ones that want to learn something about trading. And also you may subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you later in the course of the month of September 2023. Thank you very much. I remain yours, and I wish you a successful month ahead. Cheers. Take care of yourself. Bye.